McLin, Mayor of Dayton, with another Mayor's Beat. Today, we are at the Dayton Canoe Club. The Dayton Canoe Club was started in 1913. It's one of the historic gems in the city of Dayton. I have the privilege today of being on the river with the Commodore Schuler. Hi, Commodore Schuler.
Hi, how are you today?
Fine. Tell me about the history of the Dayton Canoe Club.
Well, this is our 91st year as a Dayton Canoe Club in this location. Number of different things that have occurred over the years. This have had members from all stages and walks of life, and each different generation has added a little bit more as we've gone along.
Well, since you're not gonna get specific, I guess I just gotta ask. Okay, how many canoes do you have here?
Right now there's 120 lockers, and probably stored here is about 150 boats.
One of the things that we're going to do as we go through the Dayton Canoe Club, we're going to see some of these historic canoes. And I think that's going to be really exciting because I saw a canoe that was there from 1913, and I want you to see it too. So tell me, how often do you meet?
Basically, we sponsor 8 social events during the year, and then there's a number of canoeing events that are held all throughout the year. And you can find out about them at our website, DaytonCanoeClub.org. And we also, for our membership, send out a monthly magazine called The Blade that keeps them informed about upcoming canoeing events. And that's what it centers around a lot.
Well, tell me what are some of the events that you do? I know we can always go to the DaytonCanoeClub.org, but tell us, what are some of those activities?
Well, some of the things that we do, one of the things that we've been doing now, this will be our 6th year coming up, is Paddle Safe, Paddle Fun, and that's done in June. And the club sponsors an event where the public can come for free and learn good canoeing and kayaking safety, and also get a chance with a lot of the local canoeing and kayak vendors offering a chance to use the boats for free, or a demo day as they call it. And then we also participate actively in the river cleanup project here in the area.
And what else do you do? Come on, Commodore, come on, don't make me pull this out of you, come on.
The other side of it is, our charter does a couple things. Our charter says also is a social club, and we sponsor 8 social events. One of them, the regatta, is open to the public, and also we have an open house each year that's open to the public, and participated with the Inventing Flight. The other things are more social, as far as like holiday parties, those kind of things.
Is the club open to be rented out, or is it just for members?
It's primarily for members, but we work cooperatively with a lot of the groups. The neighborhood organization here rents from us a couple times a year. Greater Dayton Rowing Association has rented the club, and we also do a lot of work with like Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts and those type of kids to come down and teach them some canoeing skills.
Now, one of the things, like we're standing here, how deep is the water where we're actually standing here?
About here, we're probably about 4 to 5 feet, and then it goes on out to the center of it about, they say it's about 16 feet. And then if you go down beyond the bridge down there, it goes as deep as about 25 feet.
Now, how far is it from here across? Now, where are we when we go across here?
That would be the other side of Island Park. Box 21 is over there. That's also where UD has their rowing people, and GDRA has their location there.
Now, what's the difference between crewing and canoeing?
Well, crewing is more designed for racing type boat activities, where canoeing and kayaking are more recreational type activity. There is, we sponsor the Ohio National ACA, American Canoeing Association, races here each year, and we also do a state event here each year for canoeing. But those are really the only racing events that we do.
Well, now, what's the best wood for a canoe?
Depending who you talk to, different ones. It ranges from everything. Not only wood boats, but nowadays with the new Kevlar, there's also different types of plastics. Fiberglass is another popular one. Depends what you want to use it for.
And the same thing on the degrees of oars?
What you're comfortable with. That's you really. There's different theories, and depending who you talk to.
Do you teach people how to oar a canoe?
Yeah. Yes, we do. Part of Paddle Safe, Paddle Fun. That's a major element of it. Is that how to properly control a canoe? What happens if you turn over a canoe? How to safely get back out of the water? And these kind of things. So yeah, that. And we also work with the Boy Scouts and that kind of thing based on their program.
You know, it comes to mind right now in Dayton itself, there's two businesses that work with outside activities, and one of them directly with water related is the Whitewater company over there in Old North Dayton with Bernie. And then you have GS Outfitters that furnishes the equipment. I know they do sell kayaks and things like that. So Dayton does have a history of water activities, and at one time Dayton used to have a lot of marinas where they built boats and where you stored boats right here in Dayton, Ohio.
Well, it is with the 5 rivers coming together here. This is one of the richest elements of the whole city has is these rivers, and you're seeing, they say that paddling sports are growing as fast as NASCAR basically as far as percentage per capita goes. So it's a sport that Dayton could grow with very easily, and we have now paddlers coming in from all over Cincinnati and other areas to be members here at the club.
Well, I think that's really great that it's having another rebirth, and I also realize that in this area we're starting to be more sports inclined. So we're, with the bicycle trails, with the canoeing, and the regatta was just this past weekend that they had the 9th one, where they had high school and college kids out here. So Dayton is one of those hidden gems, and of course the Dayton Canoe Club is really a gem. We're going to go through and take a look at some of these canoes, and stay right there and you might get interested in canoeing. Here I am again, Rhine McLin, Mayor of Dayton, with a continuation of the Dayton Canoe Club. Right now with me I have Pat Beckerman, and he's with the WCHA, which is the Wooden Canoe Heritage Association. And you know what? We're standing over here by a 1913 canoe, but he's working on it, and I want everybody to know he was not here in 1913.
This is a...
Or were you?
You know, I may have been, but that's a disputable point.
But I tell you what, if so, you have just mellowed royally.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'd hate to be grumpy as an old man. This is a 1913, like Brian said. It's an Old Town canoe. We have the original bill of lading here, made out of spruce gunnels, ash ribs, and cedar planking. There is some mahogany in the decks. As you can see, it totally needs to be refurbished. Then it'll be canvassed and painted.
But you know, one of the things about a boat like this, with the different type of woods in those days, did the woods have a different purpose on why they were used in different areas? And what do you, you know, a ship has a prow and a helm and a keel and a deck. What are the different sections of a canoe that would be appropriate language in addressing it? So instead of me just saying, here's the front, what would you call it? Please don't say the front.
The fore.
The fore, okay.
Fore and aft is the back.
Okay.
Of course, we have decks. We have gunnels that run the length of either side of the boat. Thwarts, which it doesn't have right now, run across the boat. And your question about the materials used, they use ash on the ribs because they flex. Like ash trees flex in the wind, ash ribs will flex in the water. Cedar swells a little bit, keeps the water out. The canvas goes on the outside only as a protective coating, and that's the waterproofing issue also.
Okay. Are there any special reticents or something that you use for them when after you do all of your...
The canvas needs to be sealed with it's a lead-based paint that's about 50% lead.
Really?
And that adds about 20% to the weight of a boat.
Really?
But the lead seals all the canvas pores, and that's why it becomes waterproof. It never attaches to the side of the boat. It's just, it's nailed at the gunnels, and that's it. It's not attached anywhere else.
That is really interesting. And all the nails, do you still nail?
Oh yes, there's a clenching tool that we use. Some people might use a railroad tie, a short railroad tie, to just hold it behind, and these are copper nails, and when they go through, they bend over. And that way they're not protruding.
What are the things that could make a canoe sink, other than running into a rock or something like that?
Well, that would sure do it for you. Certainly people tip them. Probably the most reason they go over. There should be no reason water would come in this boat.
So really the key of being a good canoeist is balance.
That helps, yes.
Well, what else is a tip to being a good canoeist?
The biggest mistake people make is paddling on the same side. All the weight distribution changes when they paddle on the same side, and that's probably the most common occurrence of flipping.
Really? Oh, that's fascinating. We're going to move on down so you can tell you about some of these other boats. And oh, before we go, tell us, how do you license a canoe?
It's a process now that Ohio has changed its regulations, but when we rebuild a canoe, we have the original bill of lading, which we can get from Old Town, or usually they have a serial number. ODNR needs to come here, or we bring it to Springfield, and they measure it, see the number, and then they can register it.
Why do they do that?
I'm not quite sure. Well, it's because they want to know where every canoe is and who owns it, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, we are here talking to Pat Beckerman of the Wooden Canoe Historic Association at the Dayton Canoe Club. You try saying that real fast. We're going to move on and look at some more canoes. Pat, as a member of the Wooden Canoe Heritage Association, tell me, why are you a member?
Our goal is to preserve not only the heritage of the wooden canoes, but also to refurbish as many as we can come across. A lot of people put them out on their decks or in their garage, and they leave the canvas dilapidate, and the boats begin to rot. And what our goal is to just find as many as we can, so we can put some people together to renovate these boats and to use as a preservation for the Dayton Canoe Club, so that when people come down here, we can be sure to show them some of the finest boats ever made.
Yeah. How many hours does it take you to do a boat? And this is a 1921?
This is a 1921 Old Town. It's got a serial number that we sent to Old Town, so we know exactly what year it was, when it was built,
Now, what is Old Town?
Old Town is probably the premier wood canvas boat builder in America.
And where are they located?
In Old Town, Maine.
Old Town, Maine.
That's correct. Maine was a huge builder of boats in the turn of the century, and Old Town is about the only one that really survives now.
So this is a 1921. What's it made out of, and how many hours did it take you to get this, and what's your investment in it?
3 gentlemen worked on this boat. We thought we logged about 200 hours. I would imagine about $250 to $300 in fees to renovate it. Refurbish it, excuse me.
So what would its value be now?
The value is priceless for the Canoe Club, and if we tried to put it on eBay, let's say, we might get $1,500 to $2,000.
My, do you ever take it out?
The Commodore, we donated it for the use of the Commodore, and they do take it out. I'm not sure when our Commodore had it out last.
Well, you know, explain to me that when the Commodore has his own special canoe, what occasions does the Commodore use it for?
His choice, certainly, to go out any evening that he's the Commodore, as well as we have a regatta, and the boat would come out for display then, and certainly we would want to see the Commodore out in it.
Well, does the Commodore have to wear anything special?
Life jacket.
Good. I think that's very important. As we move along here, we come across, is there any reason why we do certain colors? Or is it just...
We try to stick with the Heritage Association, and we know the original color on the bill of lading, and we stick with that.
And I understand that you try to do these with leaded paint?
Well, the canvas has to be sealed with leaded paint. 50% lead, and the rest is a fluid.
Now this one is what?
This is a 1920 Old Town. It was, the original one was a dragon boat, and this was a 4-man racing boat. We have other pictures that the club was racing this boat for years.
So it must be pretty fast. What makes the canoe, what makes this one fast and this one slower, or?
This one's much faster, it's thinner, it has less of a keel, less tumble home, which is the curve of the side of the boat.
That's what makes it faster.
That's correct. And the paddlers.
And the paddlers have to...
That's right, they help.
They help a lot. What about this?
1946 St. Louis, Missouri Arrowhead boat. It's the only one in the club. It's a precious boat.
What makes it so special?
They didn't make very many.
Oh, so this is kind of like rare.
It's rare.
Do you still use it?
The Old Town might have made, they're up well over millions, and they might have made 5,000 of those.
Oh, this is very valuable. Do you still use it?
It hasn't been in the water since 1973.
Wow. But do you think you still could put it in the water?
Sure, it would float today.
It would still float. And then over here, this looks like sky blue.
It's an older lady in our club, and she's been a member for, I believe, 40 years or so, and her husband passed away, but she's still a member, and we like to see her try to get out in it. But there again, it's a heritage boat, so I take care of it.
Well, and then over here, what do we have here?
This is probably the oldest boat in the canoe club. It's a 1911 B.N. Morris.
This is before the 1913 and the 1921.
That's correct. The factory burnt in 1920.
What factory?
The B.N. Morris boat factory in VZ, Maine, 6 miles from Old Town. And I found this boat in a backyard.
This has metal.
Copper.
Copper, excuse me.
Copper stems to protect the gunnels, or to protect the stem. It's wood. And you need the copper so you can slide over rocks and stuff.
Do other boats have this?
Yes, they all have it. See, they have the, here again you asked about materials. Typically
You never said that before.
No, we didn't say that.
Yeah.
But they put oak.
You didn't point that out to me either.
No, I didn't.
I had to find it on my own.
You pried it out of me.
Yes.
They put oak on the stems and then cover it with metal.
Ah.
Because oak is harder than any other wood, so that's why they use a harder wood on the bow and stern.
Okay.
Or
So
four
all of them have this, except for that 1921 doesn't have it.
It's covered up by the canvas.
Oh,
We hid that one.
Oh, you hid that one.
Yes.
You know, Pat, you make my job it makes it so difficult, everybody. I have to just pull out this information and explore all about this myself here. Now, on these seats, and the seats in there, is there any special weight that's better for you in your sitting and things like this? You know, because I think about it, in the movies and stuff, where the canoes are just so romantic, the lady is sitting there with her parasol, and the gentleman has his suit on, and he's back there rowing, and I just think, is it really like that?
It certainly could be.
Yeah.
I could get out a seat for you, and we could get you a parasol.
Oh, my. That would be interesting. Well, I was just thinking about that. I think that's really good.
Well, let's take a boat out.
We're going to take a boat out. So stay right there and watch us row. Right?
Paddle.
Paddle. New word. Paddle with rowers.
Oars.
Oars. My canoe language. Okay. Oh, then we gotta see, this is a kayak. And the kayak over here, tell me about a kayak.
Plastic kayak, it's a members that, it's a one-man, of course, and very light, mobile, quick.
Why would a person choose a kayak over a canoe?
Some people like the independence of single paddle.
Okay. So, stay right there and watch us.
We're going to go visit a couple of homemade boats.
We're going to visit a couple of homemade boats. So we're piddling right down the way at the Dayton Canoe Club. A continuation here at the Dayton Canoe Club with Pat Beckerman. We're looking at 3 warships, war boats. And tell me, why are they called war boats? Tell me.
The Canoe Club purchased them in the early 20s, and they're 11-person boats, 10 paddlers and a steerer called a coxswain. The boats are 28 feet in length. They're really prized possessions of the Canoe Club. We get them out every year for our regatta, and usually they're paddled by children, because we like to see the kids get out in the river also.
Well, that's great. And you have something else to show me down here?
Yeah, we want to just wrap it up that there are members that not only use Heritage Association, but they buy kits and they build their own kayaks, build their own cedar strip canoes, and we have a half dozen of those in here.
And how much a kit cost approximately?
You could get one for $400 to maybe upwards $600.
And then we have?
There are 6 sailing teams in the Canoe Club. This is a 1970 Sawyer that was modified to become a sailboat. It has teak decks, and it's a great boat.
Well, I would just like to thank you, Pat, for sharing with us all your knowledge about the canoes here at the Dayton Canoe Club, and wishing you much success and exposure, especially with the Wooden Canoe Historical Association.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. And we will continue on with our Dayton Canoe Club, Jim of Dayton. Well, here we are, Commodore. We're here in what I would call the social hangout of the Dayton Canoe Club. Tell me about some of the famous people have come through the Dayton Canoe Club.
Well, it's said to be that Orville and Wilbur Wright both had been here at the Canoe Club. Wilbur was an avid canoeist, and so was Orville. There's pictures up here with them with their dogs. Also, Boss Kettering was a big member here for a number of years and still supports the club. So it has a very rich heritage as far as many of the Dayton people, the David Reich, people of that sort, came to the club many years ago.
And one time you said it used to be like a gentleman's club. Well, we know what it meant in those days. And over here I saw in 1924 there were some pictures of some champions.
Mm-hmm. The club has a rich history. It started out as a men's club and mainly centered around racing canoes. And as you can see, there's a number of medals and things from years past that were earned by club members and by the club himself. And so there is that's kind of where it started and then evolved more toward a social-based club.
But you know, when you look about it, looking at the pool table, and you see all of the different things that you have in this wonderful social room, it just makes you just go back in time and think about when life was simple and all you had to do was worry about the river and who all you were going to canoe against. And you know, this is one of those hidden gems in the city that everybody drives by it, and it's always a mystery of like what's going on in there. Everybody knows that it comes from the 1913 flood. Also, it has that great mural out there. Everybody watches that as they go up and down the street. But to actually have the opportunity to come in here and see what's really going on, it is really just wonderful and exciting. Now, if there was something you could add or that you would like to see help the Dayton Canoe Club, what would that be?
Well, a couple things. One, we are a member-supported club, so we welcome people who are interested in canoeing and kayaking to come in, We're listed in the phone book. We're on the internet as DaytonCanoeClub.org. And the other thing is that the Dayton Canoe sponsors for safety in the rivers, and one of the big topics nowadays is portages. So if anybody out there can help with the moving forward the portages, we'd certainly appreciate that. That's when you have to carry the canoe around a dam, is what a portage is.
Yeah, well, that's good, and I think that there are more than people probably realize, because just by your own membership and just of the use of the river, and even with Metro Parks down there, in the summer having the pedal boats out there, that there is a growing group of people who are interested in the waterways. And I'm just so happy to know that you're here. And it's been such a wonderful pleasure, Commodore, to be able to come through the Dayton Canoe Club, to have been able to go out into the canoe, and all the wonderful social activities that you do here to make Dayton the Gem City. So thank you, Commodore, for sharing the Dayton Canoe Club with us. And we've had a wonderful time here. If you're interested, make sure you contact the DaytonCanoeClub.org. It's a wonderful organization. It's probably a great place for kids to come to. And the more that you get exposed to the water, the less you're feared of it. This is Mayor Rhine McLin with another Dayton gem at the Dayton Canoe Club with the Commodore Schuler as we roll in the river. See you next time with another Mayor's Beat.